that is, you can feel that in your eyeballs. It's like being in a fucking gas chamber right now. Ooh wee. Oh. Welcome back. How goes it out there? We'll take a little stroll. And it is hot over here today. It's been hot for a good couple of weeks now. But we're right at the tail end of Songkran. I think yesterday was like the last bit of it. But got to get out and stretch my legs a bit today. We had one night where we went out and did the full festivities, walking street stuff downtown, and we didn't stay out super late doing that like we have in years past. We probably got home at about 11 something. I think I caught most of that on a previous video, like 2 videos ago. But yeah, came home, crashed, but then, so that was kind of a long day, but not really, because we didn't go out until almost 8 at night after it cooled down a bit. But then we got up super early the next, well, not super early, we got up at about 6:30 the next morning, so didn't have a whole lot of sleep. And had to be at the temple before 8:30. And so we were at the temple till about midday. Went back over to the camp house, went out to eat with the family, and then came back over and hung out at mom-in-law's shop. But yeah, so that was a long day. And so after 2 days of just full go, we did nothing yesterday. We didn't even leave the house. Went outside and watered the garden. That was about it. But it is hot. It's got to be probably 100-ish right now. And then probably getting up to as high as 104-ish. So, yeah. Just taking a stroll around the neighborhood. Get a little bit of UV. Might get a UV overdose out here today. The guy was riding his bike a minute ago on my first lap, and he was like, man, it's hot. And I was like, yeah, it's hot. But I was being lazy and I slept in, so had a couple of glasses of coffee. And yeah, sit inside, I just get itchy. I gotta move around. Dogs back there were terrorizing me. Anyway, yeah, but we sat around the house all day yesterday, so today I gotta get up and get a sweat in, move around a bit. Not good for you to just be vegetating on the couch all day. So yesterday I kind of went back and forth from the computer to the couch. Oh man. Well, until evening time. And I had no idea what I wanted to eat. And a lot of businesses are closed. So I hopped on the Grab Super app to see what was open for delivery. And the Grab Super app is kind of like Uber Eats. But they don't have Uber over here. Well, Uber may work down in Bangkok, but it doesn't work anywhere else. It may not work in Thailand at all. So you use Grab here. And Grab has a... Hey, boop, boop. Yeah, vicious dogs. But you can do transportation on Grab, food delivery. I think you can do grocery delivery. But you can do any number of things on there. Anyway, Mr. Kebab, which is right up the road, was open. And I was like, I'm gonna order a few of these kebabs, like a chicken wrap, a spicy chicken wrap. And they were like 4 levels of spiciness. But level 3, one under the top, was just medium. So I ordered a medium hot thinking it'd be all good. And it was. It was good going down. But I tore those things up, 2 of them. And then we watched a movie. Den of Thieves 2. Den of Thieves 2. Pantera Group, something to that effect. Not too bad. Not a great movie. Not a terrible movie. It kind of reminded me of a mix between Ronin and one of those other heist movies. You know what I'm saying? Here comes the ice cream guy. Peacock. I'm getting the crazy looks because it's 200 degrees out here and I'm strolling around the hood in the midday heat. But anyway, tore up those wraps, essentially super spicy burritos, and went to bed about probably 11 something. I got up at about 2 a.m. and the bathroom was calling, if you know what I'm saying. And then again at I think 5 something. So my watch this morning was like, and I'm just wearing like a Garmin Instinct 2, one of them basic joints. But anyway, it was like, hey, you didn't get great sleep. So yeah, it was like 5 hours and change of actual sleep, so not good. So after that I laid around for another hour or two, finally got up and had some coffee with the wifey, and now we're on a stroll. So, or I'm on a stroll, we're on a stroll, you all and I, anyway. But yeah, I think that all that's out of my system. I had some granola this morning, some coffee, get a sweat in real quick, get back over to the house. I don't know what we're doing today for the rest of the day. Mother-in-law was talking to Tick yesterday, and she said that she's interested in selling her little village house where she's at, which is like 2 developments down the highway. It's a little bit older, hasn't been taken care of, to be honest, so it's a bit in a state of disrepair. And if you go probably about 10 or so videos back, you can see where we were over there trying to clean up the place and make it more habitable for her to move from the camp over to the village house, and that didn't happen. So yeah, anyway, now she's talking about selling that because she wants a single story, which is understandable. So Tick and I may go look over closer to where we bought at in the new place, and check that out. If we check that out later, we'll take you along. Man, it's hot. These flowers, though, it's very colorful in this neighborhood. There's been a lot of construction going on with people adding on these carport extensions, and so that's kind of like what we'll do over at the new house, because we have a pretty shallow covered parking area, and so I think we'll extend it probably about 1.5 meters, 2 meters out from where it ends out to the end of the driveway and the gate, so that's all like seamless and covered, because otherwise like the front end of the car is kind of sticking out of the carport, and that drives me wild. That's one of those like OCD things where my wife's like, oh my god, you're blowing it out of proportion, you don't need all that. I'm like, yeah, we do. It's the driveway over there, the car park, is south facing, just like we have here. It's pretty much in the sun all day, you know, up in the east, down in the west, and it's just sitting right over top of the house all day. So get a workout in this heat. I probably should have put some sunscreen on or something, but yeah, so we may go take a gander at a house, but we might not. I like this house here. This one was for sale. An old purple nurple. I don't think it's for sale anymore. There was one for sale over on Soy 4 next to this one like a year ago. Well, maybe a little over a year ago. And we had come on a visit. And Tick went, or maybe, I think the wifey came without me. So that was probably around Songkran time last year. And because I was still working in Okinawa, or I was doing my skill bridge anyway. And I don't think I had enough leave to come over. Or maybe I was doing my VA stuff. Probably doing all that. But yeah. These dogs will get you. There's one house for sale right here. Nice little setup. Bedroom, 4 bath. So that's Sihongnon and Sihongnam. 4 bathrooms. That's a lot. But I think some of these have like the outdoor bathroom upstairs. So we looked at one of these houses when it was still a model, like the show house. And upstairs in the master bath, you go through the bathroom, open up another sliding door, and you go out onto the terrace or porch upstairs. There's an outdoor shower. I was like, man, that's kind of cool. But Tick looked at 1 or 2 of these, and I feel like they were expensive. I feel like they wanted more than I felt like they were worth, but I'm talking like 5-6 million baht and up. And I don't know. You do have a lot of room though in some of these. Whereas the smaller ones, like where we live, those houses are just jammed in together. So unless you got a corner lot or one of the middle lots that's like along that middle road, you know, you're butted right up next to your neighbors. But much more breathing room in the house that we just bought. So on left and right sides of that house, it's shaded one from all the houses that are around it. And there's always a nice little breeze over there every time we're over there. I kind of like that. Ooh wee. And some of these places have like a double lot. So if you could buy a double lot in one of these, man, like you got a pretty big yard. Like that's a giant house right there. And I like how their carport is actually like off the street. Nice looking little flowers here. Yeah, we do have to extend the garage over there though. Not garage, carport, but yeah. It's always something. So we'll finish all the interior add-ons and then we'll start kind of looking at some garden space, or I think we may just do the stamped concrete almost completely all the way around the house. But I kind of want to keep the trees that are there because they form like a natural fence between the neighbors. You know, rather than build a wall that you can't get to the other side of to fix if something goes wrong, right? Like it's always a, hey neighbor, can I come over and fix my fence? I don't know, it just seems bothersome to me. Oh man, it is warm out. This is one of our outdoor workout spaces. And so over at the new place, we don't have outdoor workout areas. So I may have to invest in or either build a pull-up bar or something to that effect outside. There are 2 gardens over there, just like we have here, but there's no workout equipment or anything. That car's got some remnants of Songkran celebration on it. Yeah, good times. Good times. I think the roads in this neighborhood are a little bit bigger than we have over there. Actually, I'm certain that they are. Or, yeah, on this side, so look how wide these are. But then we don't have roads that are this wide over there. The one in front of our house may be about this wide. But as you get over back that way towards the two soys on the end are all two-story houses, or mostly. And so they have wider roads too. But I mean, this is plenty until everybody comes home from work or a weekend or something, and it's just littered with cars. So it's like a slalom course trying to go through these roads. Look how blue that house was. That is a blue house. Very sharp, like this guy's got a little garden that he runs. There's some colorful houses in here that kind of go outside of the established norms, kind of like how the houses were built. You got some funky greens and some wild blues. And I'm not saying you need to keep it like HOA style or anything, but it's pretty funny to sometimes. Little spirit house. But it's funny sometimes to watch the additions and the paint schemes that get added on to some of these places. Over in our new place, we took a cruise the other day just to kind of drive around the neighborhood and check it out. And we had already done so, but wifey wanted to take another lap around the place. And the soy that we live on the front end of it are like smaller houses, two-story houses, but smaller houses with bigger land plots. So they actually have like front yards, grass, gardens, and then you kind of transition into larger houses with smaller land plots, which is what we bought. Just still plenty big for me right now. When you move past that, you transition into the one-story houses, and I imagine they're all 3-bedroom, maybe some of them 2-bedroom, especially when you get all the way back down to the end and it's townhouses. But like the road that we live on, you go from nice, because you got the offices in the front and the gate. You come through really nice houses. You get to where our place is, and it's still nice. Got some nice neighbors around. I think all of our neighbors left and right and across from us I think the neighbors across from us have a business. To the right of us, we've got a doctor. Across the street and down one is a doctor or a nurse at the very least. So I would say it's upper middle class. This is one of our neighborhood shops. But we'll miss that over there because I don't think we have a little shop that doubles as a restaurant over there. So, but anyway, what I was saying is the further you get back into the neighborhood, kind of the worse off the neighborhood becomes, I guess. But like Soy 1 where we live isn't bad. But when you go down and cross over to Soy 2's wasn't terrible. And that's a really, really wide street. But Soy 3, like the most inboard of the soys, well, I guess if you're thinking about like the north side of the the subdivision over there, man, those houses look rough. And it makes you wonder if all those houses were purchased when lending was easier, maybe a little too easy, and people got these nice new but little houses, and then just couldn't take care of them. Because a lot of them just look like shit. They aren't taken care of. People have bought way too much stuff. So this is our nice little area in the front of the neighborhood. But spirit houses, but on a different level. Like those are very large, to facilitate taking care of the larger neighborhood, because every house here doesn't have their own little spirit house. So anyway, the guardians of the development, if you will. And so people go there and make offerings and stuff. So I'll get a better snap of that as I come back by. This is the workout area on the other end of the neighborhood. And I'm usually out early in the morning before the sun's up burning your skin off. But for pull-ups and push-ups, that's a pretty nice little setup right there, I think. And it's right back out in the neighborhood. Ooh, these mangoes. There are mangoes galore out here. Look at this guy. Some big ones. So over on our street, it's that way. There was a couple out pulling mangoes the other day, and I was like, my God. I said, you guys have a ton. And they were like, yeah, do you want some? And I was like, no, I'm good. I was like, they don't look quite ready yet. So the sour ones you can eat with make like a spicy dip to dip those in. And they were like, yeah, that's how you do it. Do you want some? And I was like, nah. And I told Tick, and she's like, you should have said yes. If someone says, do you want mangoes? Yes. Take the mangoes. But I didn't. And so I think, oh my God, my camera came back to life. She overheated earlier because it's probably 104 degrees out here. But I was about to show you these guys. Anyway, we're bringing this little stroll to a close. I'm about to hit a 3-miler. And after that, so one lap around this place is just shy of a mile, unless you add on that little bit out there that takes you out to the main highway. Then it's a little bit over. But yeah, man, it is hot. I came in for a sip of water and to grab this GoPro, and Tick was like, what are you doing? She's like, are you done? It's hot. And I was like, well, yeah, it's hot, but no, there's 3 miles right there, so I'll be over today, probably 3 1/4. But I was like, no, I just came in to get a sip of water and grab my camera so I can do a little catch up for the YouTubeage. And she was like, take a water with you. And I was like, well, if I look at these guys. I was like, well, if I take a water with me, then I don't have a free hand to do anything with. So yeah, but you can tell how long these streets are. It's always funny, like the contrast between how well kept some of these houses are. Because some of them are just beautiful and immaculate, lush but well maintained tropical gardens. And then you have other houses that are just, you know, they're abandoned, they've fallen into disrepair, And I feel like a lot of people buy these houses, and maybe they buy them with like the intent of, you know, still working down in Bangkok or still working abroad or something, and then moving back here once it's, you know, once they're ready to retire and then the house is paid off. But man, there's some more mangoes. Gosh, mangoes for days. That's a foreigner that lives back there. I think he's German. I could be wrong. If you're watching, let me know. I meant to say hello a while back. But yeah, some of these houses just fall into disrepair, and they'll have pigeons that, like, I don't know if they eat their way through the drywall that's on top of the car park areas, but some places like that, it gets hollowed out, and you'll just have a ton of birds living up in there, and then all the house is just covered in pigeon shit because no one's set foot in it for a year or more. There's one a few streets over. My camera was dead when I was trying to record it, but it sat abandoned for ages, and we got here in July. It had already been abandoned for probably a year. And then suddenly one day a crew rolls in and they start swapping out those drywall sheets and cleaning up all the pigeon mess, and cut all the grass, pulled all the trees out. Like, it looks amazing now, and there's a sign on it that says for sale or rent. So I don't know what they want for it, but this fucking person almost ran me over. Like they couldn't wait for me to get by. You don't have the right of way as a pedestrian in Thailand. Anyway. But yeah, but the house was looking nice, and it said it was for sale or rent. So, but with it looking as good as it does, they probably also want 6 million baht for it. So the house that we just bought, which was essentially the shell of a house, for those of you out there that were wondering, I'm sure there are a few, was 4 million baht. Just over 4 million for like the shell of a house. So no kitchen, no plumbing coming into the downstairs kitchen area. All the toilets work, all the bathrooms are plumbed. So 1, 2, 3 bathrooms that are all fully functional. But it didn't have any plumbing brought into the living room. So I was like, you know what, maybe that's not that bad of a trade-off. So we pay 4 million for it, and then an additional million and change, close to $40,000 US in renovations to build it how we like it and have an actual factual licensed professional crew come in and do it. Maybe that's worth it, instead of paying 5-6 million baht outright for a house, and then you've still got to come in and spend 1 million baht to make it how you like it. Made sense to me to spend 4 and then another million and change to dress it up how we want it, and then us be good with it for years to come, if not forever. So yeah, and this neighborhood isn't bad, right? Like, there's some dogs, there's some howling that goes on, there's a rooster somewhere around here, but I mean, it's, other than that, very, very minor disturbance. It's very quiet. There's no one here. I guess everybody's back at work today. But yeah. And we're back at the house. So I watered all of this yesterday. Right around 4:30 in the afternoon yesterday. It got super cloudy and windy. and I thought it was gonna rain. So I was like, well, I'll help that rain out and get ahead of it and sprinkle the trees a little bit, but it never rained. Oh. And I was hoping it would just come a good storm. So I think we need it, just to kind of wash away all the dust and nastiness. All those particulates. But yeah. Let me slip off my go fasters here. Oy. And then head in the house, and I'm gonna have some water. Maybe get some push-ups done. Maybe have a snack. And then see what's in store for the day. We'll catch up with you here in a bit. Appreciate y'all listening to me ramble. Later. My wife loves to get the cheesy crust on this. Cut the pizza off of it and give it to me. Oh, Big Charles. Oh, we're in Big Charles. I think I have one of these t-shirts at home in a different color. So I think an XL is what I need. Give it a gander, but I need a new workout shirt. Found some new baby doll clothes. A couple of beer chongs down there. Siamweises. Pretty good. Seaweed. Well, this is the La Villa, and so this is right across from where we live over here in the Garden Villa, or the Gardenville. These are brand new. I don't think these were even up when we came. We came over here and looked a long time ago. I think the same time when we first looked over here. Our house is like right over there. But yeah. We're just gonna do a quick drive through and see what their little one-story houses look like in the event that mother-in-law decides to sell her house that's down the road and move on in over here. Turn you back on here in a sec. Yeah, so I don't know how much these are. I would imagine that's probably 1 point something million baht.
Almost 3 million.
Almost 3 million for that, really?
Yes.
Oh. Well, 3 million, so probably just shy of 100,000 US. Well, when these come along back here, you get a pretty good sunset every day. These are pretty small back here in this far corner. Wifey thinks that one's a 3-bedroom house, but I think it's a 2-bed. It's probably a kitchen over there, dining room, and then bedroom, bathroom right here. But I think Tick's mom wants to downsize a bit and not have to worry about going upstairs. And it's a really big house for only 2 people to be living over there. Well, actually only 1 person lives over there right now, and she stays on the camp. So Sister New Hen lives over at the house downstairs in an outside apartment, and then Ma still lives on the camp for now. But I think it's about time for her to hang that up. So anyway, I thought we'd swing over here and take a look at. They are fairly close together. But 1, I guess you get what you pay for. 2, some of them look like they actually still have little room for little gardens out front. I'm kind of tired of living this close myself, but that's just me. Wifey was like, man, this house looks long back here, like it's a double plot. And it is a double plot, and that's because it's a townhouse. So I'm not gonna go in because we didn't tell anyone that we were going in. But living room, I mean, I guess bedroom and bedroom. I don't know. I don't want to go up in here though. Or bedroom here. Yeah. Bedroom here. Bedroom there, I guess, and then kitchen in the back. So 2 bed, 1 bath maybe. And then more to be built back here. A lot of these ones that are closer up to the road are bought already. But I think one of these down here is like a show house. So those are probably 3 bed. Maybe 2? I don't know, maybe 3. All right, I think we're done. That was just a quick drive through the La Villa.
Any big one?
Worse folks in Thai would say La Villa.
La Villa.
These bigger ones. These don't look that bad. And these are all SCG, just like the neighborhood back behind it is where we bought. So it's like precast concrete. We could probably see our house coming up. It's about 3 more up this way. Yep. Yep, there's ours right back there. Yep, it's our house. Well, still very much a work in progress over here because no one's been here for a good couple of days or all week. And so they'll have another full week off before they come back over here and start getting after it again. Are you the key master? Are you the gatekeeper? Oh. Oof. That's cleaned up. So that's still a little strong, actually. It's not as bad as it was, though. Look, they got your storage in. I'm trying to step on any nails or anything in here. Ooh, kind of burns the eyes, huh? Your pantry's coming together, baby. Oh, that is, you can feel that in your eyeballs. It's like being in a fucking gas chamber right now. Ooh wee. Oh. Still the same back here. And this is a very just like rudimentary frame, and then some like nicer wood will go around that, I guess. Oh my God, my eyes are on fire. Do I want to go look upstairs? Yeah, let's do it. We'll need to put another VA claim after this, or is it too late? Okay. Yeah, so all this is going to turn into a long shelf along there and some storage bickety bam over yonder. Same in here. And again, I think this is where they're going to have to come back and flip-flop that. Put it over there. Boo-ba-doo-boo-boo-boo. It is hot in here. Ooh, we got a window open. I don't know if I want it wide open though, right? The whole time people are here. Give a little crack-a-lack. Oh, nice. So this wasn't done before. They've got, let me take a picture of this. So this will be like where they're gonna put in all the accent stuff. Like fancy dancy trim that goes around the, like accents that go around the wall, I guess. That's cool. And then over here, this, I guess this is just how they're gonna kind of frame in the damn closet. Because it's gonna run from like just about all the way down. It may come in a little bit, or maybe it starts about here and it's gonna run all the way down and around the corner. And then a little table thing here. I feel like I've told this story like 3 times. I'm just kind of, yeah, same old story. Just jib-jabbing. Anyway, I'm gonna head downstairs and get out of here, I guess. I think we're done over here. We're gonna head back over to the house. We're just sitting here plotting and scheming on what we're gonna do for the carport extension and the front out here. As you can see, the grass is dying already because it never gets any water, and it's been like 104 degrees every single day for the last week and change probably. So this is gonna die off, but we're thinking this just might all turn into like stamped concrete. And then maybe leave this open, but on this end over here, extend the roof out. Sorry, zoomed in. Pull that out and have it like a covered chill space over here. Yeah, I don't know. All in good time.